OutDaughtered, what the Busbys are up to in 2023. OutDaughtered from TLC follows the lives of Danielle and Adam Busby as they juggle parenthood with 6 children under one roof. What sets their family apart is they are parents to the first ever all-female quintuplets born in the U.S. The TLC reality show documents the fun and chaos and everything in between while raising their daughters throughout 8 seasons. Although the last episode aired in 2021, the Busbys haven't slowed down. In April 2015, Danielle and Adam extended their family as they became parents to 5 baby girls: Ava, Olivia, Hazel, Riley, and Parker Busby. This was quite a transition for their 4-year-old, Blake Busby, as she became a big sister overnight. OutDaughtered focused on how Danielle and Adam's lives shifted as they learned to navigate parenthood on a whole new level. They quickly embraced the changes that came along with having a large family. Adam and Danielle announced that they were taking a hiatus from OutDaughtered to focus on their family and each other. Even though the cameras aren't rolling, they're active on social media and frequently post updates. Apart from being a busy mother on OutDaughtered, Danielle has her own boutique, Grace & B. What started as an online store has recently grown into a storefront in League City, Texas. After much anticipation and hard work, Danielle celebrated Grace & B's grand opening on June 4, 2022. Her boutique focuses on providing affordable clothing for children as well as chic and coordinated outfits for the entire family. The name Grayson holds a special place in their heart, as that was the name she and Adam had planned for a boy before finding out they were pregnant with quintuplet girls. According to In Touch, the OutDaughtered stars have finally completed remodeling their home in Houston, Texas. They have been working on repairs and renovations over the course of a few years. In 2019, the family shared their plans for repairs in an episode when Ava was sick, and it looked as if they were dealing with a mold issue upstairs. Since then, that has been resolved, and their main goal has been to make the house fit their needs. Danielle put a lot of thought into the smallest details, striking a balance between practical and beautiful. Their family home has a modern farmhouse look, including an upgraded kitchen with a giant pantry, new cabinets, and changing the carpeted stairs to hardwood. Adam and Danielle celebrated their 16th wedding anniversary. Adam and Danielle couldn't have imagined what their lives had in store for them when they met each other while working at Target in 2003. They have come a long way since then, and the couple just celebrated their 16th wedding anniversary on July 22, 2022. Through the chaos of raising 6 little girls, they still find time to focus on each other and have fun. In sickness and health, the couple continues to persevere in their relationship no matter what life throws at them. As of right now, OutDaughtered has not been renewed for a 9th season, but it hasn't been canceled. The demands of filming, paired with the children's school schedule and extracurricular activities, became a lot to handle. During this season of life, as their children are growing up, they are taking the opportunity to enjoy time together without the constraints of filming a television show. Currently, no date has been set for filming, but Danielle and Adam are keeping things open and will see where life takes them. OutDaughtered. What we know about Blake Busby's relationship with her quintuplet sisters. As anyone who has had or raised sisters can attest, coexisting between siblings is often easier said than done. Now, imagine getting 5 new younger sisters overnight. Such was the case for the eldest OutDaughtered child, Blake Busby, who helped her parents, Adam and Danielle, welcome all-female quintuplets into the world when Blake was only 4. And while the arrival of quintuplet siblings might mean more opportunities for playtime, bonding, and childhood hijinks, it also comes with its fair share of hurdles. The truth about Blake Busby's life paints a fulfilling but stressful picture as the older sister to 5 Quints, particularly as Blake gets older and the family places more responsibilities on. Adam and Danielle have kept this in mind while parenting their 6 kids, being careful not to place undue burden on the eldest daughter, who, despite being the oldest, is still a child. She's not mom, she's not dad, and she's not their babysitter. She's a sister, Danielle said of Blake on the show via People. Siblings getting peeved by each other is certainly not a new phenomenon, but for Blake Busby, that irksome sibling behavior is multiplied by 5 with her quintuplet sisters. In a trailer for Season 9 via YouTube of OutDaughtered, Blake admits her siblings are so annoying. Blake's confessional seems to come after her younger sister hit her for calling her hairstyle ugly in the back. It doesn't get more classic sibling than that. I feel bad for Blake having to deal with how wild and crazy the Quints are, Danielle said in a 2018 episode via People. Blake loves her sisters, but honestly, she can only take them for long before she hits her breaking point. And that's when we have to step in. Still, that doesn't mean Blake opposes helping her parents with their workload. In an August 2023 episode of OutDaughtered previewed by People, the Busby household goes into crisis mode when their babysitter cancels ahead of parents Adam and Danielle's dinner plans. While Danielle was hesitant to ask Blake to watch all 5 Quints, the eldest daughter eventually agreed with the caveat that her older cousins, Lily and Mackenzie, would join, a testament to Blake's maturation. The eldest Busby is getting more comfortable in her role as big sis. The Busby family visited local news station Houston Life, the family of 8 lives in League City, a suburb of Houston, in August 2023 to discuss life on and off-screen. Eldest daughter Blake Busby spent the interview with younger sister Hazel sitting on her lap. Riley, Parker, and identical twins Olivia and Ava sat alongside their 2 sisters. While on the show, Blake briefly described how she felt about entering the 7th grade, saying, "I'm excited because my 2 girl cousins that live here in Texas have already been through 7th grade, and they said a lot of really good things about it." As Blake embarks on her middle school journey, her 5 siblings will be entering. Indeed, it's hard to imagine how the Busbys really manage to take care of all their daughters, but it certainly helps that their eldest has a solid grasp on the Quints' attitudes. With their personalities, it's really loud in our house. They always have a lot of opinions, Blake shared in an Access Hollywood interview. When asked if Blake felt like she was teaching her sisters the ropes, she replied confidently that she did, as any good big sister should. OutDaughtered. The Busby Quints reveal their favorite foods. The Busbys have been charming viewers of TLC's OutDaughtered since its debut in 2016, and the masses can't get enough of the family of 8. We happily tune in each week to watch Adam and Danielle wrangle their 4-year-old quintuplets Riley Paige, Hazel Grace, Olivia Marie, Ava Lane, and Parker Kate, and 8-year-old Blake on the feel-good reality show, and can't get enough of the happy family's life, which obviously includes gobbling up all the details of the Quints' favorite things. Mom Danielle has been keeping fans updated on the family blog It's a Buzz World for the last few weeks, posting 13 fun facts about each Quint. The wait is finally over as the 5th Quints post has gone up, revealing their favorite foods. So what do the Busby Quints like to eat and drink? For the most part, these kids like what all 4-year-olds like. The identical twins of the sibling set, Ava and Olivia, gave similar answers, saying chicken and chicken nuggets, respectively, were their faves, while Hazel said that mashed potatoes are what rings her bell. It was Olivia who matched up with Hazel rather than her twin sis when it came to drinks, with both Quints naming lemonade as their favorite sip. Ava, somewhat surprisingly, answered ice-cold water as her go-to drink. Riley, arguably the most precocious of the bunch, and the one Quint who's skipping a grade this year along with Parker, listed a green veggie as their faves, but Mom isn't buying it from Riley. Although she claims that broccoli and ranch and vegetables are tops for her, Danielle noted that Riley may have been giving the right answer rather than the real answer here, saying, "OH, really, Riley? That's for sure the Sunday school answer, haha. This girl won't eat veggies for anything. I asked her 5 times and she insisted she loved broccoli, so I went ahead and added it." Parker's answer of tomatoes, broccoli, and colic fruit pastry is far more believable, says Danielle. She is a good veggie eater, like Blake. The only Quint we don't have to fight with to try veggies. Danielle Busby's favorite drink is unsurprising. For her part, Danielle's tastes aren't too much different than the Quints. Well, except for the tequila, that is. The OutDaughtered matriarch took to Instagram in June to post 13 fun facts about herself, listing all things pasta as her favorite food, but noting that ketchup is life. Is there any chance pasta and ketchup combine for a down-and-dirty spaghetti with red sauce? We wouldn't judge. Hey, feeding all those Busbys has got to be taxing. As for beverages, just like daughter Ava, Danielle picks water, but also branches out to Dr. Pepper and tequila. And let's be honest, with 6 kids, it would be more surprising if her list didn't contain an alcoholic beverage. How much are the Busbys paid for OutDaughtered? Everyone knows raising children costs money. Starting from the cost of a crib and car seat and all the way up to college, children need a million different things that have serious price tags attached to them. For most couples, simply affording the costs of just 1 or 2 children is all they can manage. That's what Danielle and Adam Busby were expecting to do as well, but then they got the surprise of their lives in 2014 when they learned they were expecting quintuplets. They already had 1 daughter, so that meant going from a family of 3 to a family of 8 in the blink of an eye. Like other large families such as the Duggars of 19 kids and counting or the Gossellans of John and Kate plus 8, the Busbys took a reality TV contract to help pay the bills. But what does filming for TLC really pay? How much are the Busbys paid for OutDaughtered? The salaries of top stars in TLC's reality roster is always a subject of curiosity. The network, however, keeps contract details very private, so no one can ever be sure what kind of money is being exchanged. A producer familiar with how reality shows structure their budgets says that as a general rule, a family like the Busbys would make 10% of the show's budget. He estimates TLC budgets about $250,000 to $400,000 per episode. So, that's $25,000 to $40,000 per episode, and they film as many as 13 episodes per season. That could add up to as much as $520,000 for a season of filming. That would help pay for a lot of diapers. $500,000 isn't anything to sneeze at, but even that is modest compared to some top-level reality contracts. According to reports, Bravo pays Real Housewives stars handsomely to keep bringing the drama to the small screen. Nene Leakes may have had as much as a $2.5 million contract for season 10 of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. The Kardashian family got $150 million for keeping up with the Kardashians in 2017. Even the stars of Jersey Shore were making millions. Nicole Snooki, Polizzi reported, made $2.5 million in the final season of the show. According to LinkedIn, Adam Busby used to work as an account manager at a business development firm in Houston. Now he owns his own media consulting company. Danielle was a project manager overseeing safety training for BP, but she left that job when she got pregnant with the Quints. Neither of them lists salary information for their past positions. In a 2015 blog post, Danielle addressed her concerns about money. She was pregnant with the Quints at the time and was thinking about how they were going to support the bigger family. Both Adam and I were doing great at our jobs, providing for our family of 3, and began to live a lifestyle of what we want, we get, she wrote. Though we had some ups and downs through our years with finances, especially when infertility started when trying to have Blake, we got back on our track and got to do the things we wanted to do. She explained that after having Blake, she had changed jobs and was making twice as much money as before. Then she found out she was pregnant with 5 girls at one time and realized that they were going to have to make some changes. Like I mentioned before, when we found out we were having Quints, we immediately think, how are we going to afford this? She said. I, of course, instantly think, of course I will not be working anymore. But was that really what I was going to do? Was I really going to give up this job where I was making so much money to really be a stay-at-home mom? But that's exactly what she did, leaving work when the strain on her body began to be too much during the pregnancy. That was before the TLC contract, but she remained optimistic, saying, and so it began what we thought we could never do, being on one income we are doing. I no longer have a full-time income coming in, but we are doing it. We are preparing for our family of soon to be 8 on one income. TLC came knocking not long after the Quints were born, and the family has been doing the show since 2016, which provides a generous income for them. They also have a line of clothing they sell on their family website, along with Danielle's Rodden and Field skincare shop. Unlike some reality stars, they don't do brand partnerships, instead focusing on their own businesses. The Busby family's house is unreal. Take a tour of the OutDaughtered stars' home. Out of a magazine. OutDaughtered stars Danielle and Adam Busby renovated their Houston, Texas, home to perfection. The couple shares quintuplets Ava, Olivia, Hazel, Riley, and Parker, all of whom were born in April 2015, and daughter Blake, born in April 2011. After getting everything in their home in working order, the busy mom of six took fans on a tour of their upgraded abode, including their massive kitchen and pantry, which has been remodeled to fit their family's needs. Fans got to see Danielle's crisp white cabinetry and blue accents via their YouTube channel. The kids will undoubtedly enjoy grabbing snacks from their expanded shelves and hanging up their book bags in the new mudroom, all while their mom and dad get to enjoy the impressive stainless steel appliances. Although Danielle and Adam have a new love for their space after the upgrades, they dealt with some hiccups while their house was under construction. In August 2020, Adam revealed he suffered a slight injury when their kitchen was in disarray. When you aren't quite used to the new light fixtures that were installed while you were out of the house. Totally walked right into the biggest on that hangs over our table because the table wasn't put back under at the corner, hit me square in the forehead, he wrote on Instagram with a photo of him bleeding. After the pain subsided, I could laugh about it. The proud father appeared to be a good sport after his clumsy accident, but he wasn't going to stand for any shade when a troll questioned his design judgment. Nothing negative, asking a legitimate question. Why would you have a light fixture so low like that? The user commented on his post. It goes over the table. They didn't move the table back after installing it, he quipped back. The OutDaughtered family has been keeping their fans updated on their home improvement projects since they revealed their plans to temporarily move out of their house in December 2018 to make a few repairs. During a June 2019 episode of their hit show, they shared how the whole upstairs seemed to be covered with mold after Ava got sick. We're still living this mold house life and hoping our home can be complete soon, the Busbys exclusively told In Touch in September 2019. Thankfully, it looks like they have made a lot of progress since then. The Busbys are now enjoying their stunning home with their 6 kids and dogs, Bose and Gus. Beyond starring in OutDaughtered, the Busby family keeps busy. When busy parents Adam and Danielle Busby aren't looking after their 6 kids, Blake, Ava, Olivia, Hazel, Riley, and Parker, on OutDaughtered, they're looking after a number of business ventures. For example, they run a cycling studio along with a few partners, which is a big undertaking when you've already got a full-time job at home. But the Busbys seem up to the task, and at least their place of work isn't so far from their usual neighborhood. But where is the Busby family's cycling studio? Luckily, they don't have to worry about a long commute when they're trying to balance all their responsibilities. Their indoor cycling studio Rush Cycle is in League City, Texas, which is a suburb in Houston, where the Busbys live. Though they are only in charge of one location, Rush City is a franchise with studios sprinkled all across the country, as stated on the company's website. Adam and Danielle were joined in their venture by close friends Priscilla and Todd Hartrampt and Kylie and Pete Ilieski, according to In Touch Weekly. Though the blurb quoted by the publication can no longer be found on Rush Cycle's site, it reportedly said that all 6 pals lived in the same subdivision and enjoyed being active, getting together with friends, and prioritizing faith and family. Shared priorities can only lead to shared business success, right? The Busbys and their friends opened the studio in 2017, according to a blog post penned by Danielle, so it's still in its first few years of operation. Back in January 2017, Danielle sat down with Style Blueprint to discuss what inspired the decision to run a fitness studio. Though both Adam and Danielle worked in petrochemicals at the time, he in communication and sales, she in team lead management for training, making the move into the fitness industry wasn't actually a huge jump. Danielle referred to it as me getting back into the groove of things, because exercise had always been a passion she and Adam shared. She even listed exercise as one of the 3 things she couldn't live without, along with Oreos and ketchup, though hopefully not together. We're going into it with 2 other couples who are great business people but also great friends of ours, Danielle told Style Blueprint at the time. I'm just excited. I think it's going to do well in our area. I look at nothing but greatness because failure is not an option. In September 2017, Danielle elaborated on their Rush City plans in her personal blog. From the start, she and Adam and their friends knew that they wanted to base their business around the ideas of faith, family, and community. 4 of the 6 were working full-time jobs, in addition to taking care of their respective kids. While they searched for locations, finalized the design, and got ready for their grand opening. With so much to keep track of, it makes sense that they would want to keep the studio close to home. In another blog post, penned the following year in February 2018, Danielle called the Rush Cycle Studio in League City her baby boy and shared that getting back into working mode has made her feel whole and like herself. Getting back in the work atmosphere and finding that rhythm of mom-wife life, working mom-wife life has made me feel like me again, Danielle wrote. Though she doesn't post about the studio often, Danielle's most recent Instagram post from Rush Cycle was shared in March 2018, in which she gave a shout-out to one of their clients. In addition to running a cycle studio and starring in her family's reality show, as of August 2019, Danielle lists herself on Instagram as the co-owner of Cody Fitness, a workout clothing company. Though opening and starting their own businesses undoubtedly hasn't been without its difficulties, it sounds like the benefits have made it all worth it for Danielle. On OutDaughtered, she's discussed how much she needed to feel like she had her own identity separate from motherhood, saying that she missed being me and not just mom. Having a number of challenging and rewarding business ventures to focus on has given her, as well as the entire Busby family, that opportunity.